The video?
Am I in the frame?
Yes, you're in the frame. There we go. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Margot. I'm French and my background is I'm a nurse first. I used to work in an emergency room for 3 years in Paris. I did a master degree just right after my experience at the hospital to learn about management and cycle project management in the sector of humanitarian aid. And after my master degree, I was hired by a French NGO and I went on a mission in Iraq for 1 year, in Nigeria for 1 year. I used to work also in the shanty town in Paris for 1 year, and I ended my experience there with a 1 month contract in Colombia. First things first, health is my passion in life. I love to take care about people and prevent and help feeling better. This is my first passion, and my second one is travels and expatriation and go see the world. What I did with the NGO was really a strong experience, but I didn't have the follow-up I needed when I went on a mission. I didn't have any preparation before departure, neither a real return session, let's say that like this, and I didn't have the ear to be listened and to find the words when I felt lonely after missions. So I decided after Colombia, where I decided not to go again on a mission, to take care of these two transition parts, which are the departure or the return, and to address the health in the large sense of the way, with the physical, the mental, and the social parts. All of these are together in the definition of health. So I help people feeling better, to understand better what they go through, and to help the transition. The first idea was to do something when returning to France, because humanitarian people don't really get to be accompanied at this point. But thinking about the process, I decided to go also for the departure, because you learn new things when you're a good dynamic, you're motivated, you're thrilled to go away most of the time, and you're able to learn new things and to hear new things, especially about the bad and the challenges you will face. And then when you will return, it will be easier to remember these things than to learn them when you are at the bad feeling and the bad shape when you go back. So this mission is still the same. It just that the public is really large. It can go to the students, to the humanitarians, to people in businesses and companies that go travel the world, families, lonely travelers, nomad. Can be really everybody that goes abroad for more than 3 months. And it's still, the main focus is still on health and how to feel good in your shoes and in your head during this whole experience. People don't really think about health as a main first aspect of an expatriation, but I really think it's where it starts. Everything starts from the health. If you don't feel better, it will have an impact on everything. But people are more in the concrete aspect, practical aspect, so they contact me about how to organize, where to find a location, or how to make the visa. So I can help on this administrative and really practical aspect. And if I can, if I don't need this aspect, I will focus mainly on the health aspect, and I will guide them through the different stages of the process when you become an expat or you return from being an expat. That's why I can also collaborate with people on the practical aspect to focus mainly on this health topic. From my perspective, what I offer in my services are the complete and general organization, meaning that you will find in my services all the aspects you have to tackle to organize your departure or your return, and not just only one part. So it's really a 360-degree angle to organize and to prepare. When with other people you have only the coaching part or the intercultural part. I try to take everything in one accompaniment, one guidance. I help them on two different aspects: the practical one and the thinking, the things that they don't think about to prepare, and I help them to organize before the departure. So it can be 1 month before going in a new country. It can be 6 months. It can be 1 year before, and it doesn't stop when you go on the plane. It stops 4 months after arrival, because I consider that it's not because it's ongoing and you are in the plane that it's done. Of course not. The whole thing continue after arriving, and it could continue for 1 year, but 4 months is usually the time to start the different administrative part, and to get the first papers, and to settle and to go through the first stages. The first stage, which is the more excited one, but goes after to the more difficult one. So 4 months is a good deal. The most important one, I would say, that people underestimate the journey they will face. Even if you know someone that went abroad and had a great experience, I can bet that this person didn't tell you the hidden part and the real truth, would say, the challenges they faced. So when you go there, you cannot imagine what you're going to live, because it's different for everybody, sure, but also it will go with the flow. And you can discover loneliness, you can discover isolation, you can discover the part where you miss your family, your beloved ones, and all of that can have a real big impact on the way you will live this experience. So there's something really abstract, the good term. So it's hard to imagine that before living it, and even if people told you about, even if they shared their experience, you will live your own experience. The only thing is when you go and you're conscious about what you could live, and you have already thought about the solution and the things you could put in place to address that and to make it a bit smoother, it will be easier. But it goes with the preparation, of course. The first thing is the place I give to emotions in my guidance in the sessions, because I really think you cannot avoid having emotions going through this journey, and everybody is not really sensitive, not sensitive, but comfortable with emotions. So I help people to put words on it. Sometimes it can be really free people to acknowledge what they're going through. So the place of emotions is really important. And then I talk about my own experience. I went through all of this. I know that everybody has a specific way of living the experience, but still, with the clients I have, I confirm that it's things that come back and come back and come back. So I talk only about things that I know, and I can guide you with that. I don't think that the culture is really the main issue, because you can struggle going to a place you seem to fit in, you seem really close to the one you know. For example, when French people go to Canada, they think that it's gonna be really easy when it's not, and they struggle a lot. Comparing to going to a culture completely at the opposite of what you know, the main issue is how to prepare yourself and how you put yourself in a position where, okay, I'm going somewhere I don't know, so I have to learn everything. I have to be in the position of humble position of I don't know anything. I need to learn everything. So if you are not in this position, you will struggle and you will face really big challenges. But it doesn't really depend on the culture, but the way you are prepared.
That's really nice.
About the most significant experience I have is one of a French girl that went to to Canada with her family, 4 kids, and they moved because he has a job there, and that was his dream since a long time, and they were imagining their life there, idealizing non idealizing non plus
Idealizing.
idealizing the life in Canada, and she went there, and after 3 months she called me crying saying it's horrible, it's a nightmare, I want to go home. I'm fed up with snow, and I have 4 kids. They play outside for 10 minutes and after they are freezing, so they go inside. What do we do with kids inside? So it's really not what I imagined, and I really want to go home. But the contract of her husband was 2 years, so she had to deal with that. And she didn't benefit a preparation before going there. So in 3 sessions, we did bel- delayed preparation, when we put the words on what she's going through and what she should have learned before going there, but going through the process of expatriation, the different stages, for her to understand better what she was living. And after 3 sessions, she told me, okay, now I understand, and I can say I love my expatriation. That's the most significant one. But all of them are success stories. So. The thing is, you really never know what will touch people and what will be useful for them. So the way I work is I put all of the information in one place for them to have access to this information 24/7. And then when we have the sessions, it's always one topic like the theoretical part to understand how it works, and then I give an exercise and an advice. But I'm never sure that people will do the exercise. It's up to them to do it or not. I give them sum up of the sessions that they can take with them and use on their phone, on their computer. I also have a small call called booster call that they can use unlimitedly when they need, when they are like going down and they need to discharge and unload the pressure and all the things they have in mind. They can call me and we just talk for 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and sometimes it just helps to express and move on. What do I have also? I try to find really images that they can use to project themselves for to be real, because it's only abstract subject, so it's sometimes hard to imagine or to materialize. So I try to use figure of speech to illustrate my content. But as I focus on France or French, both ways, and as I'm French myself, I can give tips about being in France and knowing the habits and the customs. I can guide through this to help people understand better and maybe facilitate encounters and meeting with other people, where to find, where to look, in this way. And also all the people I guide or my clients make a community by itself, because they go through the same process every time. My first answer would be there is no general and typical journey. Everybody has a different project and a different journey, but it will start with everybody with a first call, a discover call, when we will talk about your project, your needs, where you are at in your preparation, and we will decide together your priorities and the topics that are with you struggle the most. So the first call is free, just to test and evaluate together if we can work together. And then, depending on your needs and the time you have in front of you, it will be a package of different sessions, and every session will be on the same template. Let's say it like this. The first part is about you. How are you today, and how are you for real? Because usually we ask the question, but we don't really hear the answer or listen to the answer. So we will discuss about your day, what you're going through, and what is heavy for you to carry, Then we will go to the practical part if there is one in your session, and we will see every topic, where you are and what you need to go further on this topic. And then the last part is to address 1, 2, 3 topics, health topics, and we will discuss it together. I will give you exercise. We will have a thinking about this. Are you aware of that right now, or is it something new, something you never thought about before? So it will create seeds of thinking. I'm happy to say that mental health is a coming topic that grows more and more every day, and people are more sensible, no, sensitive about it. Because of the COVID, or thanks to the COVID, they realized that health and mental health are both two aspects really important, and they consider them a bit more than before, which is a good thing. Also, the society consider it a bit better than before. For example, in France, when you are going to a therapist, it can be reimbursed by the social security. So we go step by step better with these topics. In terms of trends, I also observed that in companies there are less expatriation package than before. So companies are willing to send people abroad, but not with the full package like before. So the people who work in this company, they have to organize the departure by themselves, and sometimes they don't have the means or the good solution. So to offer them a solution, a complete solution, a global solution, can be a good thing, and to help them go through this process. Expats. The word expat is a word where everybody doesn't fit with this word. So nomad is another kind, I would say. In Expatez-Vous, we consider that expat, the term expat, is more the literal thing about going abroad and live abroad outside of his own country. It's not related to a status or to a company or something. So nomad people always existed. It's just that now it's a way of living that is more and more common, and some countries facilitate this status, offering specific visa for them. So it's another way to go on an expatriation, because you don't stay in one country, which can be challenging, facing new cultures and having to adapt all the time, moving all the time. So there is a sort of tiredness about this that can also be prepared, but it's more a question of self-knowledge, and do I know myself? Do I know my needs? Am I able to listen to myself? Which is not the case for everybody. So it's another way of traveling, but you find the same process and the same struggles than the expatriate that go and settle somewhere abroad. My main purpose is to erase the taboo about mental health to make it more common and more easy to talk about. There is no shame about saying I don't feel well when I'm abroad. It's completely normal, but there is still some forbidden topics about this. Because you chose to go abroad, you cannot say. So for me, I want to stop that, for people to feel more comfortable to talk, to feel less lonely, and to have the autonomy of seeking for help when they need, because you can easily be isolated or live a nightmare when you're abroad and nobody knows it, and the experience is way less fun when it should be the most incredible experience of your life. Um, I would like this sector to evolve in a way that not denying that preparing is really important, because we hear, I often hear that if we did that before, you can do it without preparation, it's okay, it will be okay. Because we didn't have a preparation, you don't need one. For me, it's a nonsense. It's not because we did that before in a different way that it cannot change. Especially when we are more aware of mental health issues and what we can live through these big transitions, and moving over is the third source of stress in the life. So when you move abroad, it's worse. It's full of stress, of mental charge, of small details that sometimes can get bigger and destroy your experience. So yeah, let's facilitate and let's make it smoother. It has to change, and I would like people to consider more emotions and health in general aspect, because usually we take care of our health when it's too late, when it already hurts, and it's a problem for me. I would say a good preparation goes also questioning the motivation. Why do you want to go abroad? Is it an opportunity? Is it a dream? Is it did someone force you to go there? Sometimes that happens. Is it a couple thing? Is it a family thing? Everything has to be questioned, because it will have an impact and it will return like a boomerang if you don't question it before going. So the preparation tackle also this aspect of the motivation. If you run away far away from something, this thing will still be here when you will come back. It will not disappear. So it's important to ask the good questions.